What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more of the Fixx. And we're returning to Shuttered Room, 1982. Thank you again to AK. And we're up to the title track, a phrase I've been thinking about since we started the album. But yeah, something being shuttered jumps out to me for two reasons. One, it can mean it is no longer in use. You shutter something up when it no longer is serving its intended function. It also has a lack of visibility. If a room is shuttered, then there is no ability to see into it or indeed to see out of it. So that, of course, is a visual image, and perhaps there will be something literal to that, meaning it could be a reference to a room where one once lived but is no longer accessible or viable or occupied. But of course, your brain is a bit of a shuttered room. Like, we're caught in our brains forever. We can't get outside our brains. So the idea of your mind being a shuttered room has some figurative significance. I don't necessarily have a hypothesis in which direction it might go, more literal, more figurative. I wouldn't be surprised if it does function on multiple levels. I will try to catch what I can. This is the Fixx. The song is Shuttered Room from the album of the same name, 1982. That's awesome. I love that. It has a real high tempo and edge to it the whole time, and it's not just very energetic, it's like very frenetic. Everything's, very frantic in a very compelling way. And yeah, like lots of rapid fire, like almost staccato style guitar. A couple moments where there was a bit of a, like, not dissonance, it wasn't like intensely, uncomfortable, but the sonics got a bit more complicated, less like clearly consonant is, I guess, what I mean to say. But yeah, lots of energy, lots of frenetic edge to it, and yeah, like very much in what I would call like new wave rock. Like, I do think maybe there was some like non-guitar sounds in there, but I think most of it was guitar. So yeah, like new wave rock is the label I would put onto that. But yeah, really energetic. I actually didn't hear a lot of the lines clearly. I think, and in fact, part of the rhythms of the tune was this vocal rhythm, which almost served as like a layer of the percussion. It's almost like a layer of hi-hats or something, but I think it was like shut in, shut in, shut in, which again, shuttered works both ways, but if I heard that right, then maybe the idea is being in a shuttered room, which is perhaps a bit more restrictive, confining, and again, maybe there's a metaphor there in terms of like each one of us are just forever stuck in our own brains and minds. But either way, definitely there was a sense of frantic energy, like which might relate to the lyrics as it pertains to the title of the song. But as I said, I didn't catch all the lines clearly. However, the vocals were fantastic and got, really kind of intense and passionate in a couple parts, and had a lot of fire to them, which I very much enjoyed. So one that I'll have to listen to again and try to digest more of the lyrics. But just in terms of sonics and vocals alone, a fantastic track, one of my favorites on the album so far, and even though I don't really know what it's about on this first listen, I think a well-chosen title track, if that makes sense. In part because it's the kind of tune that you'd hear and like, oh damn, I want to run that back and play it again. So yeah, definitely a cool tune, and I will work on understanding it better. Shout out again to AK. Let me know what you think of this one, and I will see you next time. Peace.